So we're going to look at section 1.2, grade, angle of elevation, and distance. This is going to be section 1.2a. The first thing we need to go back over is the Pythagorean theorem and the tangent ratios. Lots of times people remember the Pythagorean theorem. That's when we have a right triangle and we say a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where a and b are the sides that are touching the right triangle or the right angle, and c is your hypotenuse. Okay, so just remember that a and b are ones that are right beside the right angle, and c is your hypotenuse. When we come up with ratios, the tangent ratio is the ratio that appears to be depending on angle. So if we're looking at angle A, tan is opposite over adjacent. So angle A or side length A over B. So lots of times people remember the ratios as so sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Ka, which is cos, is equal to your adjacent over hypotenuse. And tan, which is TOA, which is tan, opposite over adjacent. So depending on what you're dealing with, so if we're dealing with this angle A, if we do tan, we're dealing with opposite, so this one over here, side length A, over adjacent, which means right beside side B. Side C is your hypotenuse always. You never call it an adjacent or an opposite side. How do you know it's the hypotenuse? It's directly across from the 90-degree angle. So if we have this triangle over here, find the length of the hypotenuse. So that's length C here, and measure of angle A. So to find the hypotenuse, the first thing we would do is do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So substituting in, that's what they did here. They got 2.5 squared plus 3.9 squared equals c squared. So you square them in your calculator, write them down, and you get 6.25 plus 5.21 equals c squared, gives you 21.46 equals c squared. Now to get c alone, you take the square root, and so roughly around 4.6. So the side length here, side length c, that's roughly about 4.6 centimeters. To find angle A, we usually use the side lengths that are given, that are not estimated, that are not rounded. So usually you'll use the ones that are written down here. So in this case, if I'm given angle A, this is the opposite side, and this is the adjacent side to angle A. So that means I'm going to use SOHCAHTOA. I'm going to use tan, opposite over adjacent. So plugging in the opposite over adjacent, I get 2.5 over 3.9. Now, if I pull up my calculator, there's this tan to the minus 1 button that you're going to use. So you get tan A equals 2.5 over 3.9, but you need angle A by itself. So you press second tan with that in. That'll give you the angle. It's called the inverse operation. So if I wrote 2.5 divided by 3.9, I know that tan A is equal to 0.64 or something. So how do I get A alone? Well, then I hit second tan and then second answer. That carries that 0.64 all the way down, and I get 32.66, which is about 32.7 degrees. So angle A is about 32.7. So this lesson is all about you remembering a squared plus b squared equals c squared. C is your hypotenuse, as well as remembering the ratio, SOHCAHTOA. So try here with your Build Your Skills, and we will see how it goes. Good luck.